The most important thing we need to do is really observe our shark from all angles. That means we need to see him from the side, we need to see him from the front, we need to see him from the back, and we even can look and see what he looks like from the bottom. And you need to constantly be rotating the shark so that you can know what it looks like from 360 degrees. Okay. After you've done that, you're going to grab your clay. It's still nice and plastic. Okay? If your clay is drying out, make sure you spray it with some water. You can go ahead and take that clay, and I'm going to take a big chunk off because I don't need this much clay for my base. Remember, it does not matter how big the shark is. You do not need to make it to scale. Okay? We just want to have the most detailed representation as possible, but scale is not important. Okay? Once I have the amount of clay that I need, I'm going to start by pinching and pulling to get it into the correct shape of just the body, minus the fins or any other detail, just the body shape. And at this point, I'm just going to constantly be rotating my clay, spraying with a little bit of water, pinching and pulling until I get the shape of just the body of my clay. Right? It's going to take a while until you get that shape correct. Once you've kind of made the body, you're going to find some tools at your table that you can use to help shape. These tools are used to help carve away some areas. They can be used to push and pry into your clay to create areas that go inward, like the mouth area of the shark. Right? Don't be afraid to use them, play around, and see how they work. They're going to help you shape things a little bit better with a little bit more precision than your hands. Now that you have the shape of your shark, the body form, it's time to start adding the fins. There's two ways you can go about adding the fins to your shark. You can simply start by tugging and pulling on the clay itself so that the fin starts to pull out. So if you have like excess clay on the body, you can actually start to create the fins from the clay that you have on the body of the shark. Okay, by doing this, you're going to have to reshape certain areas because the areas that you pull are going to get a little bit deformed, and then you're going to have to come back in and smooth those areas out. The plus side of doing it this way is the fin will be really secure onto your shark, and there's really no way that it's going to pop off. Right? So if you want to try it that way, you can certainly try just by pulling out the fins from the actual base and body of the shark. If you do decide to pull the fins from the shark, it's important that you keep the clay plastic nice and soft so that it is easy to pull and you don't break off any pieces of your shark in the process. The other way you can add a fin to your shark is by using an extra piece of clay, creating the shape of the fin, and then adding it to the shark body. This is the answer to question number 5, which is the process of joining two pieces of clay together is called the additive process because we are adding one piece of clay to another piece of clay. So you can go ahead and shape that fin. You'll find that there is a fettling knife or a clay knife at your table that you can use to cut out shapes. So if you're one of cutting out the fin, you can certainly use the clay knife or the fettling knife to do that. Right? Because the clay is plastic, slipping and scoring your clay, which you've probably been taught in the past is how you join two pieces of clay together, is not necessary. Okay? You do need to use slip when you join pieces of clay that are more firm, but because the clay is so soft, simply pushing it together and blending it into the shark body will be enough to attach the fin securely. So slip is not needed yet. We will get there in a future lesson. So if you decide to add the fin as an additive piece and making it separately, you're going to have to really blend that seam into your shark body so that it does not just pop off the side of the shark. Right? So make sure you go ahead and blend that in with your finger, or you can also use one of the tools in your table to assist you at shaping the fin into the shark. Right? Once you start shaping, you're going to want to start checking, is my shape the same? Do I need to keep messing with the shape of my body? The answer is probably yes. And please feel free to get up and use any of the tools that are by the window. These tools can help you. I did not put everything out in the baskets on the center of the table. You are welcome to come over, see what I have, and use any of the tools available to you if you think that you need something else for shaping or adding pieces to your shark.